Hello everyone, this is Ashley from Ashley's Creations, and I'm filming this in my spare bedroom because my craft room is a complete 100% disaster right now, which is a good thing because it means that I've been crafting, but I also haven't cleaned it in like 2 to 3 weeks because my friend Betsy and I decided to enter a craft show. So people have been telling me for years and whatever, that I should sell my stuff and whatnot. And generally, I know it's good, but it's not always, my design. So I don't feel as good selling things that aren't my design, even though I make them. I'm casing them from somebody, but I still make it. But I don't know. So anyway, I am doing a Jamboree event. Tomorrow is just the end of April, on the last weekend in April, and she came over to hang out for the first time. I don't know, I hadn't seen her in a year and a half, like since my wedding, but she came over for the first time to hang out about a month ago, and we were crafting, and she was looking through my room. We were just kind of hanging out, and she wanted to play around with my stuff, and she's been crafting since we were in high school, so she's been my best friend since 7th grade, so we kind of like drifted apart, but still kept in touch, but didn't really hang out. But so she came over and she was looking through all my stuff, and we decided we wanted to craft together. And so I told her, you have good stuff, you should enter the craft show with me as a crafter, because generally it's easier to get into these things as a crafter than a vendor. Like with Jamboree, they only take one, whereas crafters, they'll take a couple card makers or paper, whatever. So she called and she got a spot. And so we decided to share the spot together. And so I've been crafting a lot lately, making things for the show. And so I'll have a couple videos to show you the different things that I've been making. But the first one is, I made some stationery sets. I used the From the Desk of template from Papertrey Ink. So if you go to the Papertrey Ink website and you search Timeless Template, you'll find this one. It's called From the Desk of, and it was $5, so it's not expensive. It's really simple to make, like once you figure out how to do it. The only problem, or the hard part is just tracing it and then cutting it out. So it didn't take very long to make the actual box itself. Doing everything else took a long time, but the box itself didn't. So I made these with the thought in mind of teacher gifts because two things. It's Teacher Appreciation Week, the beginning of March, or the beginning of May, I think is when it is. And also the end of the year is coming up, so I thought teacher gifts would be a good thing to make for this, to have there. So I started by making some note card sets. So I did little 3.5 by 5 note card sets that are from Stampin' Up. So I just used the Stampin' Up note cards. And I made some stationery sets. And then I was trying to figure out how I wanted to package them to sell. I was on Pinterest, and I saw somebody had done this really cute stationery set with little note cards, and I said, hey, that's really cute. So I decided to turn the note cards I made into a stationery set. So we'll start with this one. This one's my least favorite, so that's why I'll show it first. But I don't know if it's my least. I like them all, but I don't know. So here's this one. Here's the outside of the box with the little, ABC theme going on. Here are the note cards, and there are 5 of them in there. So just to note hello, and this is the swoosh die from Papertrey Ink, swoosh from Papertrey Ink, one of the Apple, or the teacher set from a while ago from Papertrey Ink, and then this is the Petite Places School that just came out in April, so I got that, I ordered on Wednesday and it came on Friday, which was pretty awesome for release day, and then I just left them blank on the inside, so I made 5 of those, and I put those in this front pocket. Now this pocket doesn't come in the thing, it just comes with the back pocket and the front pocket, and I wanted to section off my note cards and then my pens and pencils, so I made 2 extra dividers and I put them in there. So if you ever buy this and you want to know how I did it, then just send me a message, say, hey, how'd you add that extra divider in? But so then I took the Pentel pens and I wrapped them with the same paper just so they would have matching paper. So all you do is you unscrew the cap and then this comes out and you roll the paper around it and you shove it back in there. And those are the Pentel pens. They come in a pack of 5. and it's 3.5 by 7/8 is the paper size. And then I took, just so there, there's some pencils in there, but they weren't plain pencils, I took the new Papertrey Ink adhesive papers for the pencils, and I wrapped them, and I did 3 of them. And I didn't stamp anything up there, because I don't know who it's for, I can't really personalize it, but I just stamped it around 3 pre-sharpened pencils, and I put those in there. And then I made a little note card, a little notepad holder. Now this template is also from Papertrey Ink. If you Google Nicole Hetty's blog, it's nicolehety.typepad.com, and if you go to the search bar on the right and you search take note, you'll find the release date that they did for that stamp set, and she has a template to make this little notepad holder. So this is what the front looks like. I used the Take Note set and the Limitless layers and just did that and punched that out. Layered it with the same paper. I did the little schoolhouse down here just like the front of the note cards. And then when you open it up, there's a little pocket in here if they want to put like a little receipt or a card or whatever they need to put in there. And then here is the notepad that, it's a little notepad holder. And they do have a template for a single notepad and for a double notepad. And I just decided to do single on all of these, so that was it. And then, just because, it's a stationery set and what teacher couldn't use Post-it notes, I put in 2 Post-its in there. And I tried to, find colors that corresponded. And to make the Post-its stand up like this, I also got a little crafty and I made a little box. I don't know, it's like a little 3.5 by 3.5 by 1 inch, 1.25 inch box, whatever. So I just made a little box, so if the person really wanted to use it, they could. But I just put it in there so that way the person would know that there were Post-it notes in there. So it's just kind of, it's really more of just a holder for the Post-its. So there's that one. And then here's another one. I love the note cards on this one, but I'm not a huge fan of the box either. But, I started 3 weeks that I was going to do a craft show, so I had to make some stuff. So this is from the new Papertrey Ink Pencil Me In is what it's called. And this is from the little school, no, this was from the swooshy thing I said. Yeah, the swoosh set. And so I just did them like colored pencils. There's a little smiley face on the inside that looks like it's drawn. I did 5 of those. And then, well, here's the box. So I like the little ruler ribbon, little notepad paper. And then the pens have the notepad paper as well. So there's 2 of those. And then here's the 3 pencil papers that I picked. Just things that kind of had similar color schemes on them. And then, of course, here's the 2 Post-its. I picked, this orangey color and the blue. And there's that little box down in there that I made to stand up. And then this is the notepad holder. It doesn't completely go with the little note cards, but it has a similar theme with the colored pencil, but I did it more in line with the box. So I have Me and My Big Ideas, Big Bright Ideas, which is also from the Take Note set and the Limitless Layer Circle. The same paper, which is from some die cuts with a view, or not die cuts, it's something that I got from Joann's a while ago. The little Pencil Me In pencil to make it look like a blue colored pencil, and then again here is the little pocket on the inside and the notepad. So there's that one. I like that one. I like them all, but this one is my favorite, even though it's the least teachery. I just like it because it came from the chalk set, the all chalked up paper pad. So I liked the paper, so I just made a whole little note cards out of the paper. So I used Beautiful Blooms 2 number 3 die cut, I think is what it is, to cut this out. And then Happiness in Bloom, this is a leaf from it, I think. And then I said Just to Know, which is also from the Take Note. And then it's blank on the inside. And I had to split these up between the 2 little pockets because the little flower kind of made these bulkier. But yeah, so there's 5 of those. Can't get it back in. And I'll put it behind. There we go. And then here's the holder. I didn't show that again either. So there's the flower again. I made the flower bigger this time and that. And then the sides. I love this paper. And then here are the 2 pens. These ones were a little bit harder to get in because the die cuts would have you like cardstock paper, not just like patterned paper. So that was harder to get in, but I managed to shove them in. And then the 3 papers that I picked, flowers, polka dots, whatever, matching colors. And then the yellow and the pink Post-it match, and there's the little box again. And then here is this, and I love this, and I wish I would have made more of just these. So it's got the little flower, it's got the chalk paper, and it's even got the, the chalkboard feel. And then again, the little pocket and the notepad. So those are the little stationery sets I made. I don't know, if I got one of these for Teacher Appreciation Week, because you guys know that I'm a teacher. I teach kindergarten, so obviously I like all the little cutesy things because I like little kids, so I like cutesy things. So if I got one of these from one of my students, I would think it was really cool. So as being from a teacher's perspective, I thought they were cute. So if I don't sell them, I might end up putting one of these on my desk. Who knows? So anyway, those are my stationery sets. I've got a couple other things to share with you, so look for another video soon. Bye!